Hydraulic fracturing or fracking is a technique used to collect oil and gas. It involves pumping large quantities of water mixed with sand and toxic chemicals into the ground to create fractures in sedimentary rock formations to release fossil fuels inside. Oil and gas extraction using the fracking technique is harmful to the environment and must be replaced with cleaner renewable energy as the release of greenhouse gases contributes to climate change and global warming. The clearing of land destroys fragile ecosystems. The leaking of chemicals causes water contamination. And the use of large volumes of water causes water scarcity. Greenhouse gases released during the fracking process contribute to climate change and global warming. Fossil fuel emissions are the leading source of climate-altering greenhouse gases from human activity. It is important to regulate the human activities such as fracking that contribute to climate change and global warming. Cleaner energy sources, such as renewable energy powered by wind, solar, and geothermal power, should replace fracking to ensure the planet can continue to thrive for future generations. Fracking operations cannot be monitored closely enough to ensure harmful greenhouse gases are not leaking into the environment and contributing to climate change and global warming. Because natural gas is a relatively clean-burning fossil fuel compared to oil and coal, it has been touted as a potential bridge fuel for addressing climate change and transitioning to a future powered by low-carbon renewable resources. However, recent studies have demonstrated that increased development of shale gas may actually accelerate climate change because large amounts of methane leak during fracking. It would take a considerable amount of manpower and expertise to ensure potent greenhouse gases such as methane aren't released through leaks during the fracking process. The only way to protect and stop future damage to the planet is to invest in cleaner energy resources. In addition to the release of large amounts of methane, other dangers exist when leaks occur. Volatile organic compounds are released during the fracking process and can mix with nitrogen oxide emissions from diesel-fueled vehicles and equipment to form ground-level ozone. These emissions contribute to the enhanced greenhouse effect and climate change. There are far too many issues related to fracking and its negative impact on the already complex issue of climate change and global warming. Humankind must act quickly to reduce the contributors of climate change, such as fracking, as much as possible. The destruction of land required to support fracking destroys ecosystems and fragments wildlife. A typical fracking operation requires clearing and leveling around 5 acres of land to accommodate a well pad, drilling equipment, and new access roads and storage facilities. The ecological disturbance of the operation, however, can extend much further. Clearing land turns forests and rural areas into industrial zones, destroys fragile ecosystems, and fragments wildlife. Forests contribute to the purification of the air we breathe and some of the world's endangered species. In order for the planet and its inhabitants to continue to thrive for future generations, they must be protected from the clearing of land to support fracking operations. Fracking fluids are toxic to fish and wildlife. The U.S. Environmental Protection Agency found that 2/3 of fracking wells lack cement casings in some sections. Fracking fluid contains chemical additives designed to increase flow rate, dissolve sediments, kill bacteria, control temperature, or prevent degradation inside the well bore. The chemicals necessary for a successful fracking operation are too damaging to the environment, and there are far too many examples of failure. These failures come at a great cost to the wildlife and the environment. The leaking of chemicals during the fracking process has been proven to cause health concerns through water contamination. In the news story, Fracking, Positive or Negative Impact, Grant Headley can be seen setting flame to methane gas in a puddle of water on his family's farm near a fracking site. Grant and his family believe the gas is an after effect of fracking. Oil and gas extraction using the fracking technique is harmful to the environment. It is important to protect the planet to ensure future generations can thrive here. Fracking must be replaced with cleaner, renewable energy powered by wind, solar, and geothermal power and less harmful resources.